Welcome to Other Nerdy Stuff, the catch-all video series of mine for things that just don't fit into the other topics I cover. In this episode, I'm going to discuss the two 3D printed maps of the parks at Disneyland Resort that were gifts from my parents. And they were manufactured by a company called Nanoscapes, link in the description below. I'm old enough to remember the ticket book days at Disneyland. Photo from Yesterland with a link in the description below. It used to be admission was cheap, but it was the per-purchase ride tickets that added up throughout the day. In the 70s, my dad was scandalously underpaid as a teacher, but my maternal grandpa, seen here with the three of us in about 1976, managed a shipping dock at an Oklahoma City manufacturing plant and did a lot of business with Global Van Lines, who used to sponsor the Main Street lockers at Disneyland. I found a photo of what this used to look like over at the Daveland Blog, link in the description. And somewhere exists a photo of me sitting in this old-timey moving van. These lockers are in the same space now occupied by a later expansion to the Emporium. If you turn to your left from the perspective of this photo, you'd see the firehouse. Because of this connection, even when we couldn't afford other things, we could always afford a Disneyland trip. My parents know this, happened upon a Nanoscapes cart at the Ontario Mills Mall, and gifted me these two 3D printed maps. Nanoscapes likely constructed these with a high-quality 3D printer and some source of satellite data. The result is remarkably accurate. I received this one for Christmas of 2022. Notice that it not only has all of Galaxy's Edge in the upper left, whose construction was completed in 2019, but in the upper center, you can see a glimpse of the Runaway Railway building north of Toontown, which is much more recent building at Disneyland Park. I wanted to show off some of the detail from a closer view, so I rigged this setup. I propped up a 4-foot level on the top of two books with just enough room for the 3D printed map and frame to pass underneath. When I place my iPhone in the middle of the level with my left hand, I can pull the mat underneath with my right, and get what I was after. Here, I've got the California Adventure Nanoscape map on the left, with the associated Google map on the right. In the top left of both maps, you can make out the Downtown Disney tram loading and unloading station. If you look closely at the center, this 3D map was constructed after the completion of Avengers Campus. In the lower right, you can even make out that one hotel that held out when Disney went on a land buying spree just prior to breaking ground on DCA. These two make a great addition to my nerdy office setup. They're often in the background of remote meetings, although at a distance too great to make out their detail, hence this video. That's it for this episode, but you can support the channel with a like and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.